Essentially, I claim that applicant tracking system, so-called ATS, are the AI before AI really hit education. Those applicant tracking systems are very smart. They can quickly pick up the keywords which are in our job postings and can quickly compare these to your documents, such as your resume. And does that hit a certain degree of overlap? And then your resume may be highlighted within the system as the resume to be read. So again, it is very important that candidates do read the job postings and incorporate it into their resumes. One of the things I have actually learned over the last couple of years is the newest trick on the market is if candidates, and my colleagues may here not fully be happy about what I'm about to share, but it's a trick I've learned, so I'm going to share it with you. If you don't want to alternate your resume very much, but you think the keywords in the job posting are reflected on your resume, but you don't want to change the job keywords, you can just add those words in white font on white background, and the ATS will pick it up. So when we look at it, we don't actually see those keywords, but the system will show you as a top candidate in terms of matching keywords. It's a little trick very few people know about, so good luck with those skills. I think you are all able to do that. I think one of the things which people often underestimate is submit a PDF. When you submit Word docs to these systems, your formatting might get lost, and it is a pity because you have put a lot of work into these resumes, and you don't want to leave it up to the chance of a system to keep the formatting you have really worked on. So if you can, submit a PDF, and hopefully you will be on top of all the reading lists, and we'll be calling you quickly for a first screening.
First, I want to say, and I think we've had this conversation as a school as well as AI relates to classroom and, what faculty deal with. AI exists. It's not going away. And so instead of railing against it and instead of refusing to acknowledge its existence, how do we leverage it for the best of what the outcome should be, without compromising processes and without compromising outcomes, right? So my knowledge, at least, is that candidates and other people can use AI in two different ways. For resumes, you can say, spit out a cover letter, spit out a resume. Here are my skills. Show me. You can also input a resume, or you can input a cover letter and say, please edit this for me. Please make suggestions for me. And so what I would say at the core of either of those ways, either using it to start or using it as an editing tool, is keeping your authenticity at the center, keeping what makes you you at the center of that. So it will be pretty obvious pretty quickly if you advance into an interview and you have relied solely on AI to create your materials. That will be really readily evident in a conversation. So I think it's totally fine to use it. Say, check my grammar, check my structure here, make suggestions on this piece. How can I reword this? As long as it feels authentic to you, then go for it. Keeping your integrity and almost an ethical perspective at the center. Is it misrepresenting you? Is it misrepresenting your skill? Is it misrepresenting what you feel like you would bring to the job? If you have any kind of inkling or any kind of gut feeling, so you're like, oh, this might be making this sound, I don't know that I can back this up, you probably want to pause. So that's one thing I would say. But I see nothing wrong with leveraging AI as another set of eyes to make suggestions, improvements on language, as long as, like Katarina said, it kind of aligns with job description and it doesn't completely put you in another job category. I think that's important to make sure that it's ringing true and it's a good representation of you. So starting with it, looking at the suggestions, but also making it your own. So I would never suggest to just put into any of those any of those machines, give me a resume, download that PDF and upload it as an application material. You definitely want to do your own editing.